that God is not limited by years. God does not follow any calendar. Bwana asifiwe. Mungu hafuatangi kalenda yoyote. So what we are saying happy new year ni yetu lakini si ya Mungu. Bwana asifiwe. So understand this, and I thought about it because my year started somewhere in January 23. That's when I was born. So that is when my year started counting. Bwana asifiwe. I'm sure your years also started in a certain date. Si kila mtu alizaliwa siku yake. So si ati mwaka wako hata ikihesabiwa inaweza ishia mahali inaishia hii ingine. Yako itaishia. Yangu sasa itaishia 23 January. Hapo ndio nitahesabu miaka yako imeongeze. Bwana asifiwe. So our God works in a different timeline than the people than we do. So, but anyway, happy new year, because we are in that place. We cannot change the dates that we are reading. So now I want to read from the book of Job, chapter number 22, verse number 28. Anyway, let me start from verse number 23. Although I don't want to speak about those other verses, but let me read from verse number 23. Let me read from verse number 21. But my important verse is verse number 28. Now acquaint yourself with him and be at peace. Thereby you will come by, goodwill will come to you. Receive please instructions from his mouth, and lay his words in your heart. And if you return to the Almighty, you will be built up. You will remove iniquity far from your tents. Then you will lay your gold in the dust, and gold of Ophir among the stones of brooks. Yes, the Almighty will be your gold and precious silver. For then you will have delight in the Almighty, and you will lift your face to God. You will make a prayer to him, and he will hear you, and you will pay your vows. Before I read verse number 28, which is my intended word, I want you to go and read that word again, but maybe I will share it in future. He says, you lay down your gold and your silver. Then God himself will be your gold. Trade in what you value, because when we talk about gold, we are talking things that we value. Kile kitu ambacho ni cha maana kwako, ukiweke chini kwa mchanga, ili naye Mungu akawe dhahabu yako. Bwana asifiwe. But we'll share that later. But I want you to see the foundation of the word that I speak. Verse number 28. Then you will declare a thing, and it will be established for you. So light will shine your ways. Bwana asifiwe. After you have done that, you will declare a thing, and it shall be established. Bwana asifiwe. And the light will shine on your ways. Utasema kitu, nacho kile kitu kitatendeka. Nao mwanga utakuwa ukiangalia njia zako. Bwana asifiwe. What you declare, it shall be established. Chochote ambacho utasema kifanyike, kitafanyika. Nao mwanga utakuwa katika njia zako. Bwana asifiwe. My word to you this morning, but I don't want you to forget, who can declare a thing is the person who has traded his gold for God as his gold. Bwana asifiwe. Yule ambaye amefanya Mungu akawe dhahabu yake, akaachilia vitu zote zingine za maana, akafanya hiyo, huyo ndiye ako na ruhusa ya kunena kitu, nacho kile kitu kinafanyika. Bwana asifiwe. Nao mwanga utakuwa katika njia zake. At that time, the situation changes. The condition changes. I want you to listen to this. The condition changes. You no longer have to beg. You have the light to declare. Bwana asifiwe. Praise the name of the Lord. You know, most of the times we are beggars. We have to beg. But if you trade for gold, you trade your gold for God himself, then you have the authority to declare, and God will fulfill your declarations. Bwana asifiwe. Sababu kile kitu chako cha maana ni Mungu. Na wewe ukisema jambo, Mungu anaweza kulifikisha. Badala ya kuwa wewe ni mtu wa kuombaomba na kuomba watu wakusaidie na kulilia watu ili usaidizi ukaonekane, hata kwa Mungu wewe ni mtu ambaye uko katika that category. Remember this story. Once Jesus Christ was speaking, and a lady came to her and wanted help from Jesus. And Jesus said to that lady, how can I take the food of the children to the dogs? Bwana asifiwe. I don't know whether you remember that story. You have heard of that story. And the lady says to Jesus, even the dogs are allowed to eat. Bwana asifiwe. From the crumbs that follow from the table. Hata umbwa zinaruhusiwa zikakule yale machakula yanaanguka kutoka kwa meza. You will no longer be that level. Bwana asifiwe. Sababu there are people whose lives have been sustained by crumbs. Kuna watu maisha yao yamekuwa sababu ya yale mabaki yanamwagika kwa meza. Yes, yanatoka kwa Mungu, lakini ni mabaki, sababu wao Mungu hawahesabu kama watoto wake. Bwana asifiwe. So he cannot withhold his blood, he cannot withhold his favor, he cannot withhold his blessings from those people who have the right to declare. Bwana asifiwe. Wewe unakuwa kazi yako kupokea ni wa mtu wa mwisho. Wiraini ya mwisho vyo ilio siyaheana matigari nemo maku todo wele. Bwana asifiwe. You have not traded your gold for God. Bwana asifiwe. Praise the name of the Lord. But if you trade your gold for God, then you will have the power, the authority, and when you declare a thing, God in heaven will establish that thing. Bwana asifiwe. Njia zako zitakuwa zimengaliwa na Mungu, sababu wewe mwenyewe kuna mahali umejiinua, kuna mahali umejiweka na Mungu amekuchagua. Are we together? Bwana asifiwe. Sababu some of us are suffering because we still eat from the crumbs. Yes, we are eating from Jesus, lakini sisi tunapata yale mabaki tu ndio yanatufikia. Na kama mabaki ndio yanakufikia, maisha yatakuwa magumu. Life will be hard. Life will be difficult. You need to change your relationship with God, so that this year, when you declare a thing, God will establish that thing. When you pray for something, God will establish that. You do not have to do a lot of work because you are working together with God. I love this word in the book of 2 Kings chapter number 17 verse number 1. The Bible tells us of Elijah. The Bible says that Elijah woke up and then said there will be no rain for 3.5 years until we know who is God. Bwana asifiwe. The Bible does not tell us that Elijah went to pray. The Bible does not tell us that Elijah begged God. The Bible does not tell us that Elijah consulted God first, but he had the power to declare. Bwana asifiwe. Some of us, good things have been declared even by our pastors, but they cannot come to rule because sisi ni watu wa mabaki. Bwana asifiwe. Sisi ni watu wa nini? Wa mabaki. Ithi tuendwa kuria makoro na indo iria ciumaga metha-ini. If you remain at that position, then that power to declare will cease from you. You need to move your relationship from God so that you are able to establish. When you speak things start to happen. When you establish your word, God establishes the covenant that he has made with you. It is made fulfilled that time. Bwana asifiwe. So that when we start this year and you declare that this will be my year. Bwana asifiwe. You know, so many people were in church on 31st and they declared this will be our year. This will be our year of blessings. And I looked, in fact I was looking through most of my pastors who are friends. I'm sorry to say this when I'm online. And I see if each year, most churches will make a theme for the year. So I can see the year of the restoration of destinies, the year we will be blessed, the year, okay, there are so many things. Their themes are so many. They are powerful and they are declared. But I was thinking, some of them declared that last year would be the year of blessings, but most of the people lost their jobs. Bwana asifiwe. Watu wengine walifanyika, watu walideclare those are the years God will remember them, but God never remembered them because their declarations cannot be established by God, because they lead this chapter, this verse peke yake hawataki kusoma huko kwingine. Bwana asifiwe. Wanasoma kapati kamoja. But if you want to declare, because I want you to declare this year, trade your gold for God. Bwana asifiwe. Trade your gold for God. Then as we start these years, the things that you shall declare, God will establish. Bwana asifiwe. Ukifanya Mungu ukageuze mambo yako yaliyo ya dhamana, ukayafanye Mungu ndio kitu chako cha dhamana kuliko vitu vingine vyote, mwaka huu yale ambayo utasema Mungu atayatimiza. Bwana asifiwe. God is going to fulfill that. God is going to light the ways in your life this year. You will be blessed. You will be favored. Even if things might not be favoring everyone else, you will be favored. Bwana asifiwe. Because you have traded everything else for God, and God will establish that word. Bwana asifiwe. If you want to have the power to declare, trade that for God. And I tell you, whatever will be declared today, this year, God will establish. Bwana asifiwe. Sababu Mungu, our God is capable. Mungu wetu ana nguvu ya kufanya chochote. Bwana asifiwe. He can move mountains. He is a God who changes situations, circumstances. Bwana asifiwe. He is a God who declares. Listen to this story. Mordecai, at one day, he was at the gate waiting for his death, knowing that Haman had gotten the letters. He had even gotten the gallows to hang him. They were ready. He had gotten the power, and not only to hang him, to destroy, annihilate, and remove every Jew from that nation. He had everything. And he woke up that morning. Everybody in the nation knew that this man is dying. Bwana asifiwe. Everybody knew. Kila mtu alikuwa anajua mwisho wake umefika. But that morning he went to the gate instead of death. The same person who had declared his death called him and told him, come. I am sure when Mordecai was being told come, his heart was pumping and he was wondering, because he knew the gallows were ready. He knew everything was prepared. So he went knowing, my death has come. My time has come. My time has come. But when he went there, the cross of the king, not even of Haman, nguo za Bwana asifiwe. Nguo za mfalme, the cross of the king, the house of the king were taken upon him, and the same man who had said he will kill him when saying, this is the man that the king esteems so much. Huyu ndiye mtu mfalme anataka kuheshimisha. Bwana asifiwe. That is the God that we deal with. God who can change overnight. Bwana asifiwe. Praise the name of the Lord. Overnight. You know, Mordecai would have been satisfied by just being saved. Bwana asifiwe. Angekuwa tu ageambiwa wokuwa ndo atigana nakuo. Ingekuwa negekatia nikiherio. That would have been enough. That man would have celebrated in his hour and said, yes, my God has heard me, because I was declared dead, but I am not dead. But God did not stop at that. Bwana asifiwe. God did not stop at that. He went to the next step of making sure that the same man is humiliated. The whole nation akisema huyu ndiye Mungu anatakanga Bwana asifiwe. This is the person that the king wants to make known that he is honored. This is what the king does to those people who he honors. Bwana asifiwe. And not any other person, the same exact person. Praise the name of the Lord. Understand this, brothers and sisters. God is able to change if we only stand in the right way. When we decree a thing, it shall be established. When we decree a thing, it shall be established. But it is if we stand in the right way. Do you want to declare things this year? Do you want your life to be established this year? Unataka yale mambo unanena yakatimike mwaka huu? Bwana asifiwe. I'm asking you, do you want those things to happen? Trade your gold for God. And whatever we declare from this morning, it shall be established. You will declare your ear that it is blessed and it shall be blessed. You will declare that healing will be a portion in this year and it will be a portion. You will declare that favor will be a portion this year and it will be a portion. You will declare that God will remember you. God will fulfill the promises that he has made to you. And they will be fulfilled. Bwana asifiwe. You will no longer be sitting to wait for the crumbs. You'll be worthy to sit at the table where Jesus himself serves the people. Bwana asifiwe. Utakuwa na haki ya kusimama mbele za Mungu. Ukiitisha yale ambayo unaitisha, Mungu anakupea. Si ukiitisha unaulizwa, kwani tunaweza pea chakula ya watoto umbwa? Unajua hiyo ni kutusiwa. Bwana asifiwe. You are being equated to a dog. But praise the name of the Lord. If as a pastor I said some of the people in the house of God are equal to that level, you would say I'm insulting them. Bwana asifiwe. Praise the name of the Lord. Because they collect crumbs. Wao wanaokota mabaki peke yake. Sababu hawajafanya jambo la kufanya Mungu kile ambacho wanasema Mungu akatimize. Bwana asifiwe. Praise the name of the Lord. So I want us to stand up this morning. Yeah, I've used my 15 minutes as I said. I want us to stand up this morning. And I want you, before you declare anything, because I want you to declare something for your life this year. Before you declare anything, first trade your gold. What you think is most valuable to you, trade it for the Almighty. Be willing to give up anything. Praise the name of the Lord. Be willing to give up anything for God, and then God will know, because God measures. He knows. Actually, he's not coming for your gold in cash. He's not coming for that valuable thing that you're putting. He is not coming for it. He just wants to know that you are willing and able to give it up if he asks. Bwana asifiwe. When he asked of Abraham to give his only begotten son, he did not tell him, he did not force him. But he wanted to test whether Abraham was willing. God is able to do things, but he wants to see your dedication to him. He needs to measure how much you are dedicated to him. If you are not, he is not going to trade your gold. So be sincere when you tell God, I can give you everything. Be sincere, because he knows. He measures. The physical manifestation of Abraham was for us to understand how much and how far God can take us. Bwana asifiwe. How much God can test us. That was so that when we are doing it spiritually, we know that the Lord God Almighty wants you to go to the extent of Abraham, laying on the boy on the altar and willing to burn him. Hata alikuwa ameinua upanga, hakuwa ameachilia. Bwana asifiwe. And this is, let me listen to this, for those who are married. Bwana asifiwe. And for those who have friends, very close friends. This decision is yours alone. It is not yours with your wife. It is not yours with your husband. Abraham did not go to Sarah and tell him, naenda kutoa Isaac. Ni yeye peke yake. Akasema mimi na Mungu wangu niko tayari. Bwana asifiwe. You be willing, you personally be willing, and then God will hear you. Let us